Mm, Yo guys, what is up to my YouTube and it's me around here, I'm RyanManUGamings and there needs to be a lot explaining to do. Obviously, as you guys may know of, I haven't been live in absolutely donkey months and it's about time I start explaining about what's actually been going on behind the scenes, and etc. Now, I know I'm speaking a little bit quiet because obviously it's midnight in the United Kingdom, and obviously, I haven't really had the time to speak about what's been going on. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be going live again tomorrow to explain a bit more about what's been going on. Because I feel like I've not really committed to more of my YouTube channel that much. Even though there has been a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes that CE fans don't know of. Now, for the ones who have actually generally followed my YouTube channel quite a lot, will know that pretty much I do this all the time. But to the ones who, um, to the ones who are still new to it and have got absolutely no idea what the hell is actually going on. I do apologise because there's been a lot of serious things going on behind the scenes. First of all, one is to do with my football, because I am generally in an actual club, because I play a lot of football on a Friday, but around a weekly basis, I do work behind the scenes, but like, as in, I have a job now. So like it's really hard to like keep on track with my YouTube channel to listen to my own personal songs that I like listening to. Something that I don't really want some of them songs to be taken out of context because of what I've actually been through myself. I've had a lot of mental breakdowns from that recently, but that's only because of what I've been through myself and I just need a bit of positivity from you guys. Just saying that that you still are still wanting to subscribe to my channel. You still wanting to hear from me what I've got to say. I know that sounds completely like BS. Obviously, I can understand that because you're not really um you're not really over me for months, and I know it's not really like me to explain part of what I've actually been through. Most of it is to do with negative comments, um, and obviously I have been trying to deal with stress, but unfortunately the stress levels have been getting a little too high. So like obviously, for example, I've had in the last few you know, in the last few weeks, I've had like that many, basically in other words, I've had that many negative comments about me saying, "Oh, you should get off YouTube," or no one in the world likes your content and that kind of thing. So, so to the fans who have been watching my channel, I apologise, if I haven't been on YouTube for some time now, because there's been a lot of things that have actually happened over the last few months, due to like specific types of content that I've been trying to recreate. So my content is going to slightly change a little bit because um, some of the content that I try and bring out, I just, in my opinion, I don't think it's kind of good enough from my side of view. Now I do want to kind of hear it from you guys to see what you guys think about it. Like, do you think that some of my content I do deserves a little bit of change up, or do you like the content, or do you like the actual content I bring out, like the games of Fortnite, the games of just some of the specific games I play in that, and because I'm willing to actually try and bring out a little bit of time at football because I'm a massive fan of football. I've been like it since I was about what 7, I think it was. So like, if you're on, and by the way, if you are new around here, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, comment down below, and all that jazz. You know the drill. All that kind of stuff. Because I'm from tomorrow. I think I might do a bit of a walk tomorrow just to, kind of bring more of the content out of it because I do feel kind of bad that I haven't really been live in like what the last couple of months, and now I don't even know how bloody months it's even been now since I haven't been live. I think it's been what like a month now or two. I'm pretty sure it's been out one of them two anyway. Um, but guys, if you can let me know in the comments down below, how many months has it been since I've not been live? Because I don't even know myself. Because I'm pretty sure it's been like what at least about 2 months at least. But we have got one person watching, so welcome to the stream. If you are a new person or a person who has been in my lives recently or has been in my lives previously before, obviously you'll know that I'm never like this at all, and I know that I can be a bit one of them sort of negative sort of YouTubers who end up what's the word um you are quite busy in that and stuff and that behind the scenes and that. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean that in a harsh way towards myself. Because some of the content I try and bring out, literally try and bring out, like in myself, I think, is that really worth bringing out, or do I just not even do nothing about it? Because I think like a week ago now, I was literally and no other like guys, right? I was literally at the verge of quitting my entire YouTube channel and saying, look, I don't think I deserve to be on YouTube because the content I try my best to bring out, I feel like in myself, like I'm bloody failing you guys. Like that's how I generally feel. Like I feel like I'm not bringing the best content out. I'm making you guys feel wow, like that bloody amazing. Like how the hell did you do that? I like I want that sort of content, but I still feel like there's something missing. I don't know, I can't really put a finger on it, but if you guys can let me know in the comments down below, like, do you think I'm doing good enough? Or or do you want to see some kind of improvement? Because, like, now's the time for you guys as the fans to start letting me know what you want. Because I am running out of options where I'm actually starting to think, like, am I actually worth being on YouTube? Because I'm not being funny in that, but some YouTubers out there can do 10 times better than I can do. And even though I'm at the verge of either A, quit my YouTube channel completely, or still do it, but try and work it literally as hard as I possibly can onto the channel that I make, because I want to make you guys feel amazed, but for the content I do, because at the end of the day, there's no right from wrong from what you do on your channel. Now, for example, like like let's say what a couple months ago, right? Um, there was a very beautiful dog called Oscar the Frenchie. Now, bearing in mind he got a heck a load of videos, okay, that he really did, okay. And this is just obviously an example, right, okay. But bear in mind that that little cute one heck of a dog was getting like what over 800 and something subscribers. Now bloody hell, that's mental, that is. Even for me to say that, but obviously that's in the past now, right? So not only is it the best of the best contents, right? Because bear in mind, right, they used to create the best content, right? But I want to know from you guys as the fans, right? Do we go one step higher, right, and try and reach 120 subscribers, or this is where my opinion comes out, or do we try and do content that I want to try and show you guys a tutorial on? Because even though I like speaking about Fortnite a lot, because bear in mind they have brought a really good season out so far, and I do like the guns that Fortnite use. So when you're in trying to go into a match, or you're trying to use your tag team partners or your opponents to, you know, try and bring the content out and stuff. And because I'm struggling that hard to try and bring out the best content, and see, I'm not being weird or funny about this, but this, I'm hoping this person's actually watching because they're not really commenting a lot, which is a bit weird. Um, Obviously, I'm just hoping it is the person I think it is. Or, well, I don't even know who it is anyway, but I'm just trying to guess who it is. But no, do you know what? I'm actually giving a few shout outs actually. So the the first shout out I think I'll give. Considering I don't really give shout outs out very often, and it has been a while since I've been back on YouTube. Let me think. And guys, if you do want to shout out on your channel whilst I'm thinking about giving shout outs to, let me know in the comments. If you would like to shout out, by all means let me know, because obviously now while we've got the chance, at least I can give one at least. Um, yeah, let me know in the comments down below on if you like a shout out or not. If you don't want to shout out and you don't want to comment, that's perfectly fine. I don't really mind. Unless you want to do it after the actual live stream itself, then completely fine. I'm not really fussed by that. Um, so yeah, so just so you know, guys. Okay. Bloody hell, let me switch to the bloody comments of them. So yeah, so just so you know, guys. Okay. I am willing to try and fight for my news channel as hard as I can, but to try and create more content because I still feel like there is a little tiny piece missing. Now, I don't even know what the hell that even bloody is because obviously that just sounds like as if I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I ain't, okay? Um, because I think like a month or two ago, I think I literally said to myself, Joe, at one point, going, Joe, what? I don't know why I'm saying this, and I don't know how I'm saying this, but I do kind of feel like as if I'm at the verge of almost quitting my entire YouTube channel. Not in a bad way, because obviously I love YouTube and that, and I really, really do. 'Cause it's it's a wonderful platform, obviously, but um. As some of you guys may notice, I've got a completely different hairstyle now because obviously why not? Don't even ask what that is because somehow through my sleep I ended up cutting myself for no random reason. Bit weird, isn't it? But no, and also as well, if you have noticed as well, well, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have completely I'm not going to say the personal things now, but yeah, you can kind of get the gist of what I've done to my self. In a good way, that is. Anyway. So yes, guys. So to let you know, tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure exactly the time I'll be waking up at, but I am going to be explaining a bit more about pretty much what's happened behind the scenes. Because I am trying my best now to focus on my content on YouTube because I now do believe that I'm losing like fans like mental. And because I think just the other day, I think even before the month started ending, I think we were at the verge of reaching about what over 110 subscribers. And bear in mind that's the highest I think I've ever got in absolute bloody months. But then, because I hadn't been on YouTube and that, it started to go down and down and down. But then it started gradually and going back up again. So, if you know anyone who likes content and likes to, express more about how they're feeling, well, not like in a bad way now, but in a good way, yeah, not how they're feeling or not, about either gaming or just giving some advices or any certain kind of content and that, yeah, then let me know in the comments. Now, bearing in mind that I know a lot of people have done very, 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 very stupid stuff in their lives and that, and bearing in mind, I think I would say I'm one of them. because I have um I have been thinking about this for some time now, and bearing in mind it's taken me a few months to think about it because just some of the stuff that I've been thinking of. And it isn't the fact that obviously I've had a lot of negative things being brought towards my attention and that, but I feel like I actually owe it to you guys as the fans. Like I feel like I actually deserve to say, look, I'm sorry what I've put myself through. Because it's taken me quite a few months to realise just what kind of damage I've done to myself as a YouTuber. Because like I really do love content and that, and I really do love it. But but also as well, which I might be explaining about at some point around the next month when I do get this thing done. I'm actually planning to try and bring you guys some bit of train content and also a bit of Fortnite content as well, plus a bit of tiny bit of football as well related. But obviously, like that's you guys' opinion. If you don't want to subscribe, if you don't want to follow or like any of them types of videos that I've just mentioned just there, that's absolutely fine. Okay, I've got nothing against that whatsoever. But it would be nice if you can at least give it a like or something because it will make my day. It will make the YouTube channel fantastic and it would help more new upcoming subscribers who come to this channel think, okay, yeah, I like this sort of content, and it really will help a lot. Um, because obviously I want to inspire a lot of people what I've actually been through myself and that, and some people may take me out of context and think, Joe, what, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just talking about bloody nonsense, and that's absolutely perfectly fine because I've been bloody used to it all my life. I mean, I've been used to people calling me nonsense or people been calling me saying, oh, you this or you're that, and you're this, that, and the other, and that. And, I've been criticised that many bloody times throughout my life for that. I couldn't give a complete toot, really. I am who I am. I cannot change what I am because, like, I would rather stand tall for myself and say, look, no, the time is right. The time is for me to step up and go, look, you cannot boss me around anymore. I am what I am. Yeah, because there's been a lot of things that I've said towards me that I cannot say on camera because certain reasons and that. Not because of the standards, but because I've got to respect YouTube for what they want me to say. Now, obviously, YouTube may appreciate me saying this because obviously what my channel goes through, but it's the content that I bring out that they have to make sure I'm actually really careful saying. So, like, obviously, it's really, really nice that I get subscribers like you guys who actually watch my channel, like, literally day in, day out, and for every different month. But I also feel like as if, what do you call it? I feel like as if I'm, like, you know, not trying to bring out the best content, but I feel like I'm missing a tiny little piece of something. I can't really make out exactly what about it is, because obviously just recently I've only just come out of a bloody relationship that some girl from somewhere else was being a bit toxic towards me and called me basically worthless and saying that I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that, when yeah I was pretty much treating like a bloody queen. So yeah, I'm not gonna name who it was because that's not really nice to say, really. But all I'm gonna say is she wasn't a very nice person to talk to me like that, and I felt humiliated, and I felt like as if I wasn't really meant to belong on this planet. But there is a twist because I did kind of turn it around and say how I really felt, which I'm not gonna say on YouTube because that's not really the best way to go for it. However, um, on the YouTube side of things. Um, I will be tomorrow. I don't know exactly the time I will be live because I'm actually thinking about doing a live stream rather than actual video itself. Um, sometimes I might be thinking about doing a YouTube video, or sometimes it might be just out random content, okay? But it will depend on what I do and what you guys probably get the gist anyway on what I'm actually trying to say because sometimes in my life I find it really hard to explain it because of the things that I've actually gone through throughout my life. And in a way, I know this sounds the most weirdest thing I've ever said on my YouTube channel, right? But I feel like sometimes I'm a bloody therapist to myself, and even to try and pick myself back up again. Because there has been times in my life in the last 2 months where I just thought, well, what's the point of saying that? What's the point of actually having like people, like good people around me to help me to succeed as a YouTuber, or to whether I actually fancy being on as a YouTuber? Because I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I've actually been trying to help a lot of people behind the scenes about what they've been through to actually help me out. Now, bearing in mind, don't get me wrong, I've actually got a smart idea for myself, right? But but during the last 2 months, I had to deal with a lot of people who just don't like me at all. Fair enough. I obviously I do give a damn because that it depends on what we're talking about and what subject we're talking about. But I would also recommend people to not just stick their nose into my business because depends on what we're talking about, like I said before. Um, but to all the new fans who are actually subscribing to my channel, thank you because it really does mean a lot to me. And my channel as well because I'm trying to grow it as hard as I can. But I feel like I'm struggling because I don't get a lot of comments anymore. I don't get any likes. I feel like I don't get any likes, and I feel like I'm struggling like mad because other people's channels are doing 10 times better than mine, even though if I'm trying extremely hard. And Ben, I honestly trust me, guys. Trust me. When I say I'm trying my hardest, I genuinely mean that. Okay, it may not sound like it. I may not look like as if I'm saying it, but genuinely from the very, very, very bottom of my heart, I'm genuinely meaning it because there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that some of you guys don't know about, and it actually means not just a lot to me, but to what I actually go through that I can't really talk about because obviously with certain standards. But that does not mean that I will not ignore any messages from YouTube messages or like content, actual comments, right? But like I said, and I'll keep on saying it forevermore until till whatever day I decide to quit YouTube, right? Which I'm not, don't worry, okay? But if there's any specific kind of not a really nice comment you'd like to give to me as a piece of advice about the next I don't know, let's say the next YouTube video or the next live stream or the next like what do you think about in your opinion that I should do to make my things better? And yes, by the way, I am planning to make a football video at some point because I'm a huge, humongous fan of football, and I really am, okay? But, but here's a problem about it, okay? And I'm about to explain why, okay? So, when I end up scoring, I go a bit too over passionate because obviously I like football, right? Now, I drive on the screen to the very, very top of my lungs and thinking, yeah, maybe that was a bit too high. Because, with me and football, I get along with football very, very easily, right? Now, I really wish I had the tone to pronounce this correctly. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right, on saying this, but when you end up scoring, right, you end up shouting that loud to the point you're like, yes, come on, and all that kind of stuff, right? Or when it comes to me, I get over too passionate. Now, when I get a bit too passionate, I end up screaming from the top of my voice where people think, yeah, this boy's shouting a bit too loud. I can, yeah. And sometimes, if I do end up shouting too loud, I do apologise because I can get overexcited. Okay. Now, I will, I could come out sometimes with some foul language, which I prefer not to say because of YouTube laws and stuff. Okay, which I prefer to respect that because if not, I can get banned off YouTube completely. But I respect it, so yeah, I'd rather say it that way. However, um, with the regards to say like I said before with Fortnite and we doing some competitions and stuff. Now, um, I don't mind doing any tournaments. Okay, let's say that we're going through to the quarterfinals or the round of 16 or so on, right? I don't mind doing that. However, if it's saying like, let's say for example, I'm doing like Call of Duty World War Two, or I'm doing Train Simulator and explaining about the train and the distance and what I'm doing and like how to stop the vehicle and how to stop it at perfect timing and this that and the other. Because trust me, I used to have a really, 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 if not by far, which I used to have, a really, really bloody good friend of mine, who absolutely adored trains. And I mean, when I say adore trains, I mean adore trains. Like, we're talking about the Flying Scotsman, the some other trains. I can't remember off the top of my head because this person's bloody good at trains. I'll tell you that now. Like, they used to train sport like 24/7, bro. So yeah, and it was actually quite, and quite fairly, I was quite surprised just on how good he knew his trains because bear in mind he was 10 times better than I was. I'll tell you that. So, but no, when I say that they were good at trains, I mean they were bloody good at trains because I like trust me, I loved my trains back then. I really did, and I still do now. Like, if I don't talk about trains that much, I still enjoy it. So like, no matter where I was going, all the team was trying to, and another train, and then it's just amazing. Like when you see a train go past, no word lie, some actual trains themselves don't realise this. Sometimes it can take you right off your bloody feet. And it's the truth because it does. Because trust me, when I was about a couple of like years ago, let's say what about 17 years old of age, right? I used to be on this bloody platform about say what half a feet away from the actual platform itself where you were supposed to stand at, right? There was a train like at some station I was at, right? And it came that bloody fast to the point where it almost knocked me off my own bloody feet. And I was like, oh, way up. Like, kind of like hold the horses down, but we were just being knocked over, bro. So yeah, and it was kind of nice, but no, but all credits aside, though, this person from who I used to know, right, who used to know about, the Flying Scotsman, the some newer trains that were coming out, and everything else like that. Yeah, I used to, and obviously, if we ever did meet in person, right, all jokes aside. I would generally respect that person just because they knew a lot about trains, right? I'll give the full person my full respect, okay? Not just from myself, but even from the channel in general, because what they knew about trains was absolutely by far unbelievable, right? Now, the second part is, okay, I want to also say to a little special dog who is a very, 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 very cute boy. Okay, now bear in mind his name's obviously I've probably said it before, but I'm gonna say it again, right? But this little boy called Oscar, the French bulldog, right, is if by far the when I used to know it, he used to be the most funniest, cutest dog I think I've ever met in my life, right? However, however, when I used to do content with him, right, let's say for the first time yet, right? Honestly, I've never seen a dog fart so bloody mental in my life, right? He will literally stink the entire bloody room out like as if it was World War Three. And when I say that, right, honestly, you couldn't even clear a bloody room out. If you try and do bloody air freshener, right, you'd do it twice just to make sure you actually talk to him, right? And even though that wasn't supposed to happen, I was like, do you know what? It's a dog. Dogs will be dogs. They will be doing that for a reason, right? However, on his side of it, no, 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 no. He will make you want to listen to him just by farting. Bro, how does a dog do that? Generally, right? And in my head, I'm thinking, is this dog mental? Like, seriously mental? He is farting in a room because he wants attention. And the minute, I swear to God, right? The minute you looked at his face, he looked like as if he was about to say, yeah, I just did that. You got a problem with that? Literally. Literally, right? The minute I said, well, when we actually looked at him, right? Oh, honestly, his face was unbelievable. Yes, at some points it made me laugh. Some points it made me think, okay, yeah, he's job. But if I ever got to meet that little dog again, just say one last goodbye to him, it'd be absolutely bloody cute as hell. Because my God, he is absolutely adorable. Bearing in mind, right? Um, to a shout out to all people who've actually got a French bulldog, right? Just remember this, right? Some bulldogs out there can be very, very cute. But one thing you don't bloody mess with it when you're trying to stroke it from up and down, because the minute you do that, they fart that badly, it stinks your entire room out. And when I say that, I mean it. Okay? So if you're ever thinking about getting a bulldog and it stinks your room out, don't blame the person who actually got it. Blame the person who's the actual owner for it. Because it's true, okay? Because some people may think that I'm to the complete fib there, right? I'm actually just being generally true about this, right? When you get a dog, right? Be very, very careful of one thing. The dogs can fart. Because I say this now, it's a lot worse than what a blooming cat does. Okay? Because when a cat or a dog bloody farts, it's a lot more different than what a blooming human does. Because, let's just say this, and no disrespect to any bloody animal who bloody is this, right? But unfortunately, it's the truth. An animal's fart is actually 10 times lethal than a human. And I put my hand on it. If you completely, guys, if you completely disagree with me on that one, right, then put a comment down below and say, I'm sorry, but I disagree with that. If you do. If you don't, and you totally agree with me, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and all that stuff, because, quite fairly, I know for a fact I'm right, okay? Because there's absolutely, if by far, but if by scientists, as scientists say, right, I bet, mark my absolute entire YouTube channel on the entire world on it, a an animal's gas actually, bear in mind they do smell a lot bad, right? It's 10 times better than a human. I literally put my mark on it. I literally a full mark, okay? Because when you're, let's say you're right next to them, right? Or you're watching a movie, literally out of random, bang. As soon as literally, if you do one, right? Let's say you're watching, I don't know, some Disney film, or you're watching, not a normal film, or you're playing a game in that. If you see your pet that's literally right next to you, and they're making that very awkward little actual look at you, you know that they're about to do something very, very lethal, and you're thinking, what are you doing? And they're giving you a lot look. When they give that look, now this is for when you do get it right. When you do get that look either usually means two things. Either A, you've upset them, or two, they want attention. Now when they do that, it is if by far the most funniest thing I've ever seen either cat or dog or whatever kind of animal you have, right? They will look at you like as if you're their prey. It's the truth, okay? I may be no psychologist, some kind of scientist sort of person and that, because bear in mind I used to love my science a few years ago, right? But it is literally quite funny, right? Because when they give you that look, right, some animals may not do that, but some animals do that. Because when they do that, and trust me, you can either A find it on YouTube or even B you find it on TikTok. But half the time it's on TikTok because trust me, sometimes when you do find content like that, it's actually quite funny because sometimes pets can make you laugh in so many different ways. They really can, right? But it ain't just them that do it. It's even humans as well. Us humans can do a lot of great things. A lot of great things. But my question to you is, who does more better and greater? An animal or a human? Answer yourself that question. Who does greater, an animal or a human, in life? Ask yourself that one question every single day. When you wake up, who's better, an animal or human? Now, some people may say a human straight away because we are the ones who say firstborn, right? But, as the scientists will always tell you, an animal is pretty much like a human. Because when we were a mammal, quite some years ago, we were like an animal too. So no matter what way you put it, we both win in each different way we say it. Because the reason why I say I'm gonna try and do my best, okay? When I say you try and do your best, right? Both things at the same time are doing the exact opposite, but we don't realise we're doing the same thing because they also eat stuff that a cat and dog will eat, but because also in the most awkward way of saying it, so do we. But we don't eat what they eat, unfortunately. Now, I'll try not to say what we eat because of content, obviously, and rules, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, right? Now, obviously, because of the psychologists on how things go about beyond life and that, but if you do agree with pretty much everything I've said so far, it's absolutely nuts what people talk about these days. It's actually quite funny. Well, not funny, but you get what I mean anyway. So, I asked this question to you guys, okay, and this is on a serious topic now because I'm asking about my channel, right? What would you guys love to see more? Would you like to see more of me talking like this, how I'm talking about now, on like random contents and stuff? Or would you like to see me more on live streams talking about some stuff? And if you agree with some stuff that I talk about either life or just random things in general, right? If you would like to, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Share this video with anyone who you can think of who may or may like to obviously watch YouTube and that. And if they do, let them know that I've said hi, obviously, from yours truly. Because I ain't being funny in that. Yes, there has been a few people who I've missed along the way, and I know it's through the hard times, obviously. Um, but because of things I've been through personally, I'd rather not name it because obviously unfortunately with my last ex, who I was with originally, she didn't really treat me right, I'll say that. Um, like in other words, shouted at me and slapped me and all that kind of thing. So yeah. And plus forced me into doing stuff that I didn't really want to do anyway. So I'm going to just leave it at that. So yeah, but no, guys. On a good positive things and that. I'm not gonna say I'm back on YouTube because bloody give it about a few days later, I'll probably be up back off somewhere else again. So yeah. But no, tomorrow going forward, guys, I'm only gonna do a little bit of content on YouTube tomorrow because I have noticed in myself that I haven't really done a lot of YouTubing. I do find in myself that it's really upsetting me that I'm not doing a lot of YouTube content. Um, so, my bloody AirPods have fallen off the my dashboard. Oh, there we go. So we go. So yeah, so guys, like I said before, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, turn the notification bells and all that kind of stuff. Like I said before, I have generally missed quite a few people from a few years ago. Not really gonna name names who they are because they'll probably want to try and get back in bloody contact with me, no doubt. Um, and plus trying to, let's say, start drama and God knows what. Not obviously not gonna name names, obviously, because that's not really the right way to go about it. However, guys, if you'd like to subscribe, like I said before, please do because it really helps the channel out and it really helps me out because then I can then make more fantastic videos like for you guys and stuff like that. And plus, I don't want to make my phone completely overdo itself and then to the point where it's bang. So yeah. Um. So yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching my YouTube live stream or video, whatever you bloody call it. I will be live tomorrow. Because obviously I want to make sure that I'm, you making the best content for you guys, and to make sure that it actually helps a lot of you guys out for your channel as well. In case if there's something that may I've said that may pops into your head, and you think, okay, that's quite a good channel. So yeah. So guys, thank you so much. All the best for around tomorrow in the next 24 hours because 24 hours later I'll be going back live again, but I'm just not entirely sure the exact time. Um, I have got a match tomorrow with my own club. I'm not going to say the name of it because personal details only. But all I'm going to say is I will be doing a live stream pretty much throughout the entire afternoon up until a certain time of degree. So if I don't go live from around mid, probably mid morning, that's only because obviously, as you guys know, I'll be asleep somewhere. So yeah, but no, guys, for the ones who have actually joined my live stream, I'm literally about to end now because obviously I've got to get up in the morning to do some extra training for myself and to go off and play for a club. Also, as well, for the ones who have joined and stayed throughout this entire YouTube live stream, thank you so much because it means a lot to me. I am going to try and do a lot more content, but I'm not entirely sure what content I'll be doing yet until further notice. So tomorrow, oh yeah, and by the way, I might be doing a little tiny bit on F1 as well. So just keep that in mind because that might either a YouTube live stream or that'll even be a YouTube video. Now I haven't done a YouTube video in donkey months because I've had to come on here today, or to say tonight, to explain more about myself and just to apologise to you guys, the fans, because at the end of the day, you guys do deserve a bit of content from me saying that I'm still active, I'm still alive, and I'm not gone anywhere. I've just had a bit of time to think about some stuff that have actually happened to me in general, and because obviously it kind of makes a little bit no sense on to why I'm kind of treating myself like this because I know I can do better. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like as if I'm um what do you call it? I feel like I'm failing you guys a bit too much, and because I don't want to fail you guys as much, I don't want to have the fact that I have some of you guys unsubscribe to me just because of what I said. Now, if you don't like me, fair enough. If you want to unsubscribe to me or anything else like that, then just make sure that you actually take good care of yourselves, because trust me, there's a lot of things out there that can be helped and can't be helped in that. Um, but at the moment, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there has been a lot of things that actually hurt me in the last few months, because some of it actually has made me upset a little bit, because some days I actually think, like, am I actually even worth it am I actually worth it on this planet because of some reasons. Now, I did actually have I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm gonna be truthful to this. I did have a bit of a flashback the other day, and it wasn't very nice. Did come over me really, really upset a little bit. So that's as far as I'm gonna go. I hope I'll get some nice comments just after this live stream, saying, just try and lift me up a little bit. To the fans of this YouTube channel, I hope you all can kind of forgive me what I've actually been through myself, and I know it's been a bit hard for me to explain it all. Um, Now, bear in mind, guys, I'll show you this really quickly before I end the stream. Okay, I have actually now got an actual proper watch. Now, do not ask me how the bloody I got this, because obviously you may find it. You may actually find this in somehow either in one of my videos, or either two in one of my live streams or videos that you end up seeing me with this. Okay, so some point in the future you may not see me wear this. And by the way, if you do see me in real life as a YouTuber, don't be scared to actually ask for a picture or anything really, because I'm not shy at all. I wouldn't mind doing it, but just don't do it on occasion when I'm actually not feeling it, because sometimes people take me out of context sometimes with what I say, because they don't understand what I've been through. Um, so yeah. But anyway, guys, I do apologise if it is United Kingdom and I have woken you up. I do apologise. If you're in a different country, hello, and good morning. If it's afternoon for you, good afternoon, and I hope you have a good day or good evening, and so on. So yeah, so guys, that is it for me for tonight. From myself, as yours truly. Um, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure exactly what time, but you'll probably see when your notifications are on. By the way, guys, make sure your notifications are on tomorrow, because tomorrow, um, I don't exactly know the time that I'll be active tomorrow, but I know for one thing for sure I'm definitely going live tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure the exact time. Okay, so make sure your notifications are on tomorrow, as you're not going to be wanting to miss it tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be explaining more about exactly the actual side effects I've actually had in the last few months. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Um, I will see you guys tomorrow, and a lot more content of YouTube will be coming you guys' way. So see you soon, and peace out. Be safe.